Manchester United most likely to sign £80 million midfielder after update emerges. Manchester United's move to sign West Ham United star Matheus Fernandes has taken another positive step forwards, after a fresh update emerged from journalist Jacob Steinberg. Man United have been in talks with the Portuguese midfield star's representatives for several weeks, as they look to upgrade on their midfield options this summer, with Casemiro having already played his final game for the club. Fernandes is understood to be among the top targets for the midfield, but West Ham's uncertainty around what division they will be playing in means there's been little progress on a deal up to this point. Fernandes has been a regular for the Hammers this season, but is facing his second consecutive relegation from the Premier League to going down with Southampton last season too. But according to the Guardian journalist Steinberg, he's hoping for a move to manunited over other interested clubs, such as Arsenal, should he stay in the Premier League this summer. There's quite a few clubs in for him, he said, while appearing on the United podcast. The information I had this week was if he were to stay at any club in England, then the place he'd be most likely to go is United. There are some links there, the biggest one being Carl McCulley, who was at West Ham briefly as their recruitment chief, and he brought Fernandes to West Ham last summer. He left when Graham Potter was sacked and turns up at United. You also have Jason Wilcox, with Fernandes being an ex-Southampton player, and Wilcox's history at Southampton. Obviously, if West Ham go down, his price goes down. If they stay up, they'll be looking at the sale of Fernandes as something almost on its own solves their financial problems. After Michael Carrick was confirmed as the new permanent head coach at Old Trafford, all attention has now turned to the transfer window and how the squad can prepare for the Champions League next season. Midfield is a priority position to be strengthened, and while rumours are swirling that a deal to sign Ederson is close to being completed, they need more than just him, and Fernandes would be absolutely perfect as an all-action option to go alongside Kobbie Mainoo and Bruno Fernandes. West Ham are said to value Fernandes at £80 million, but should they get relegated, the deal will surely be a lot easier to complete, and with the player not selected for the World Cup by Portugal, it could be a deal they can get done quickly. Manchester United frontrunners to sign West Ham's Matheus Fernandes, and I move for Jarrod Bowen. Manchester United would be the most likely destination for West Ham's Matheus Fernandes if he were to stay in England. Manchester United could look to sign Jarrod Bowen to replace Marcus Rashford, who is expected to depart on a permanent basis. Manchester United are expected to resume talks with Atalanta for midfielder Ederson. Manchester United could reportedly land to players for around £139 million combined as they step up their interest in Matheus Fernandes. Having sorted their managerial situation after sealing Champions League qualification, manunited can now go all in on their summer recruitment drive and are expected to be active in the transfer market. Interim boss Michael Carrick, who is set to become their new permanent manager, has done a remarkable job to get manunited back in the Champions League, having got the best out of a group of players who were performing nowhere near their best under Ruben Amorim. Still, Carrick and his players face a much tougher season in 2025-26 as they prepare to juggle several competitions, so, understandably, they are looking to bolster their squad this summer. The Red Devils will inevitably prioritise a midfield overhaul and could sign as many as 3 players in this department, but they could also recruit a left winger, striker, centre-back and core left-back this summer. In midfield, West Ham standout Fernandes is emerging as a credible target for manunited, whose hopes of signing him will inevitably be boosted if, when the Hammers suffer relegation from the Premier League. Fernandes has arguably been West Ham's best player this season, and the report on Tuesday from the Daily Mail claimed manunited have now stepped up talks over signing the £70 million rated midfielder. United are understood to be working to a budget of around £150 million, as recently revealed in this column, to overhaul their midfield engine room, and Fernandes is a primary target outside of the top-tier picks of Elliot Anderson, Aurelien Tchouameni and Carlos Baleba. The fact Fernandes has been left out of Portugal's World Cup squad makes any potential move easier, too. United also retain an interest in Brazil international Ederson of Atalanta. Now, a report from a transfer insider on X with over 700k followers claims Fernandes wants to join manunited, while his representatives will have a meeting with the Premier League giants this week. The same report claims manunited have now submitted a bid worth £69 million to sign Sporting Lisbon left-back Max Araujo, who can also play at left wing. They said on X, exclusive, Manchester United have submitted a bid for a Maxi Araujo. We understand a bid of around £69 million has been submitted. Matheus Fernandes' agent is to meet #MUFC officials this week, according to club sources.